Oh boy. I need something. Hey, give me a paper towel or something. I just gotta wipe my camera off. What? No. Shit, a minute is a long time, bruh. A minute is a long time, bruh. Yes.
Wait, did everybody join it?
No. Here we go. We got a minute left. Down 7. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. We got a minute left. Hello from El Paso, Texas. All right, here we go. We got a minute left. Can the boy do it? Can the boy do it? I don't know. I'm feeling something magical in the air. Nah, we just need 7 right now. Let's go, DC. Let's go. Everett, get your punk ass out of here with that attitude. Come on, yo. Come on. None of that matters right now. None of that matters right now. All that matters is this drive right here. It's all that matters right here. Give me your best plays. Give me your best plays. I see Derek Carr throwing it into the flat real quick on this play. Oh, he's holding on to it. Oh, Derek Carr's. Oh, it got tipped. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. What the absolute hell? I'm telling you what, y'all. I'm really annoyed with whoever the hell this is announcing this game. I think that ball was tipped before it even got to Devontae, though. All right, yo, 2nd and 10. Plenty of time left. But we got to complete at least one pass, man. Damn, Carr. Let it go. Oh, Adams dropped it. Fuck. You got to catch that. Devontae got to catch that. That wasn't overthrown, bitch. I don't like the energy right now. This fucking sucks, man. Hurry up. They're not even looking. You gotta get to the. Oh God, Carr's gonna get fucked up. Oh no, he didn't. What the fuck? Bro, you. I can't believe this is my real life. I cannot believe this is my real life. Is this my real life? No. Wow. We fucking suck. Wow. If Derek Carr don't start cursing some people out, bro, like, god damn. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke. This is some of the worst product I have ever seen from a Raiders team that has actual talent on it.
And the Raiders, second time this year, they've had a 17-0 lead and failed to get the win.
How? How? I will open up the floor for discussions and comments and questions. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. It couldn't be me. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine to be getting this embarrassed week in and week out. Wow. Wow. I honestly, I could do nothing but laugh either when I saw Derek Carr throw it behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and 65. Wow. 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 We are terrible. We are terrible. I don't know how Adams has to catch that pass, man. And like, yeah, I know it was a little high, but you're come on now. You one of them ones. You got to come down with that pass. You can't fix this. It's broken beyond repair. Can't fix it. Can't fix it. Make sure we hit them likes, yo. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Honcho. You can't say whose fault is it. You can't say whose fault is it. Okay? Whose fault is it that the Raiders didn't score enough points? You would have to put that on Josh McDaniels and Derek Carr. But whose fault is it that we can't fucking stop nobody? Well, then you got to put that on Patrick Graham and the defense. It's not one person no more. It's not one person. It's not one side of the ball. Both sides of the ball are equally awful at different times. Anthony, appreciate the super. Coaching is beyond bad. This team is the worst coach team in the NFL. I'm sorry, but Mark needs to send a message. Bro, I can't. I can't, yo. This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Like, I can't believe that that's what we have to watch every weekend. I don't want to hear anybody complaining that Carr went to Adams so many times. Like, nobody was bitching when he did it in the first half. But at the end of the day, we don't have talent on defense. Even if we did have talent on defense, I don't know if Patrick Graham's system would look better. I thought when Patrick Graham was coming here to the Raiders, it was going to be a positive thing. I thought he was a good defensive coordinator. I liked that he ran a multiple front. But at the end of the day, I was wrong. Because this defense looks like dog shit. The brother Mace, appreciate the super. The Carr slander is going to be bad. Defense allowing scores every drive after the second half. Our O-line is garbage. I don't care what Sanji says. Run blocking was trash all game. I mean, look, Derek Carr has to take some blame for this. Derek Carr missed throws, man. Derek Carr missed throws. There's no doubt about that. Make sure we hit them likes. So we got 400 people in here, only 56 likes. Make sure we hit them likes. I think Derek Carr missed some throws that would have possibly changed the outcome of this game. Absolutely. Absolutely. Obi-Wan, how many games 17-point leads have to lose? Do we have to lose? I mean, I think that's 3. We just suck, man. It's like, it is what it is, man. Like, you guys want like an in-depth explanation, but you really don't. Your answer is you think we need a new QB. Fine, we need a new QB. But the defense will still be the defense, and Josh McDaniels will still be calling the plays for the new QB. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So I don't think just changing quarterbacks is the answer. I think it just looks the product looks so bad that I don't think just changing the quarterback makes that much of a difference. Sean, appreciate the super. Travel from New Jersey for this. Josh has done 3 times this year, 17-0 lead over Chiefs, and today 20-0 over Cards. Lose that falls on nothing than coaching, period, point blank. I mean, the coaching is bad. The coaching is bad. I'm not gonna sit there and say the coaching isn't bad, but even bad coaching, players win games. And I think that Derek Carr missed some throws that he needed to make. But even if Derek Carr hits all those throws, there's no saying that Jacksonville doesn't get the ball back and score again. Jacksonville seemed like they could have scored whenever they want. The only time they didn't score is when they missed the field goal. in the second half. That was the only time they didn't score. So they got themselves in scoring position every single time they got the ball in the second half. You can't put that on Derek Carr because Jacksonville got the fucking ball first in the second half. Brother Mace, appreciate the super. Carr and Adams missed some plays, but they can't be perfect all game and expect to win, man. Defense sucks. Averett and our DTs are trash. That's true. They did miss some throws, but I expect Derek Carr to hit those throws. Edwin Bowles, appreciate the super. This is bad. It starts with Josh McDaniels, but it's the whole team. I wish we could blow everything up and start with Brian Flores. Yeah, well, never know. David, appreciate the super. Defense is giving up 100% TDs in the red zone. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. New quarterback won't be overthrowing. I mean, guys, look. At the end of the day, it's just like you're pretty much saying Derek Carr has to be perfect for us to win. That's what you're saying. If that's what you're saying, then you're also saying that's because the defense isn't good. So you want to blame one person for everything that's happening on that field. You can't do that. Does Derek Carr need to be better? Yes. Does Derek Carr miss some throws? Yes. Is that the end-all, be-all of why we suck? No. Y'all have to deal with that. Y'all have to deal with that. Not fire Carr. Fire Josh and Graham. Carr just so-so. Appreciate the super, Obi. The defense was so bad today. Carr, man, the coaching. This was just embarrassing. Yeah, I'll finish your segment for you. Make sure we hit them likes. Show 500 people in the chat, only 100 likes. Hit them likes. How do we fix this mess? Mario, I don't think you can fix it at this point. It's too far gone. It's too far gone. It's too far gone in the sense of this season. You got to get rid of some things. What do we do now, Honch? Hey, we just got to ride it out. Buckle up. Buckle the fuck up. Buckle up. I legit don't see 55 Jones do anything, no pressure or sacks. We don't manufacture any pressure on the quarterback, which makes our struggling defensive backs look even worse than they really are. Miguel, appreciate the 199 super. We need a new owner and organization. We need a lot. I need a new heart. Like, my blood pressure is so messed up. It's just bad. It's just bad. Guys, you know what I'm doing right now. Don't play dumb. Carr is not a leader. Did anybody say Carr wasn't a leader when he got us to the playoffs last year? Like, what are we talking about? Name another better QB that we can get. I don't think we can get anybody better right now, but maybe you draft somebody and let them sit behind Carr for a year and then you part ways. O-line is not bad. They have a good front. Saying the O-line is not bad is not the same as saying the O-line is good. Right? Like, they might not be bad, but when Jacksonville wanted to bring that blitz, they got to him. They got home. Gideon, appreciate the super. Coach needs to go. This team has more talent than last year. Joshy needs to let the team play and let the leash out. Let the leash out a little. Enough said. Listen, man. I'm not, guys. Like, you keep thinking I'm playing. I just watched my team lose. I'm doing something on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really taking my kindness for weakness right now. Jimmy G ain't perfect all game. We need help on defense. Brother Mace, appreciate the super. You ain't lying. That's the thing is, like, you guys want Derek Carr to be perfect. And it's like when he's not perfect, you say he sucks. So I just can't agree with that. Sixers Break Room, what's up with it, my boy? I hate when people think it's all on Carr. Look, at this point, I'm not even mad at people blaming Carr. I'm not mad at it. But don't expect me to agree with it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad that everybody wants to blame Carr. Carr's been here the longest, so he's had the most failures than anybody. He's failed more than Josh McDaniels. He's failed more than Patrick Graham. He's failed more than Devontae Adams. Yes, so I understand it. But you can't expect everybody to have that low level of ideology when it comes to football. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's with all due respect. Like, you can't expect everybody to think that shallow about a sport that's this complex. Right? So you're almost somebody telling me that you don't really have the football acumen to actually understand what's wrong with the team. So you're going to go with the first thing that comes to mind, which is the guy you see the most. So I understand it. I'm not mad at it. But don't be expecting me to think like that. I don't think like that. Because I watched the team in the first half score on 4 straight possessions in the Raiders. Nobody was saying we needed a new quarterback. So we had the same quarterback score 4 straight times in the first half, scored no times in the second half, and you think it's all on the quarterback? Because the crazy thing is, you wasn't giving the quarterback all the praise for scoring the 4 touchdowns or the 4 scores. You wasn't giving him all the praise for that. So why are you giving him all the criticism when we don't score? Soto, appreciate the Superman. How did we get here? Peace from Long Beach, Cali. What's up with it? How did we get here? Poor draft after poor draft after poor draft after poor draft. Poor free agent signings. Not developing talent. Fire Josh and bring back Versace at Mario. I tried to say Versace deserved a shot last year. People thought I was crazy. Honcho is mad? Nah, I don't think I'm mad. I don't think I would be able to be live if I was mad. Like, this is just frustration. This ain't mad. No QB is perfect. Y'all ignorant. Just lift. That's what I'm saying. It's like, motherfuckers be quiet the whole game when Carr is touchdown, touchdown, score, score. The minute that shit don't go that way, Carr sucks, Carr sucks. All right. All right. That's how you feel. Yo, can you give me something to drink, yo? Season not over yet. We will get. Nah, I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing the whole playoff thing right now. This is bad product on the field right now. We're putting bad product on the field. Second half collapse. I mean, the Jaguars scored on every possession they had in the second half, damn near. Thank you. Nah. I'm not blaming Carr, but it's time to move on from him. Whatever. What do you want me to say to that? What do you want me to say to that? Carr is too inconsistent. The franchise is inconsistent. Call it. You be consistent. You be consistent in who you call inconsistent. The franchise is inconsistent. Mark Davis is inconsistent. The coaching staff has been inconsistent. The defense has been consistently awful. Sean, appreciate the super. Everyone acting like Carr gonna take up too much money to invest in defense. We all know Carr will restructure his contract to invest other places. He does it all the time. That's a fact. I didn't like the play calling in the second half. I felt like we got away from what was working. I mean, in the first half, we were getting the ball out quick. In the second half, it felt like Carr was doing way more 5-step drops and taking a little longer with the reads. I thought that it was real simple in the beginning, you know, getting the ball off quick, and I was good with that. I don't know why we tried to fix it. It wasn't broken. Anthony, appreciate the super. I'm so sick of watching this team as a whole. I said this team was built for next year, but God, I didn't know this year was going to be so bad. Yeah, we're letting some things slip away. This is a bad team on all levels. I agree. We're pretty bad right now. 2-6 after making wild card. Unacceptable. Unacceptable as a franchise. Trust me when I say y'all never see Honcho mad. Yeah, Logan know what it is. Trust me. This is not mad. At this point, I'm just hyped for a high draft pick. Come on, Brother Mace. I ain't even trying to think about drafting right now. It's because Carr's inconsistent as hell. It's not though. Because you're saying Carr's inconsistent because because he hasn't played to the same level every game or every year. But when you think about the things Carr's had around him, those things have been inconsistent as well. That's like asking me to make a meal, right, on Monday, and then asking me to make the same meal the rest of the week without the same ingredients, but expecting the meal to be the same. Like, think about that. You're asking Derek Carr to be consistently good when he doesn't have consistent things around him. Where the fuck is Darren Waller? Where the fuck is Raiderinfo from last year? Right? Where is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, y'all really not thinking about it. Y'all will blame Derek Carr, but Mac Hollins wasn't on the team last year. So, again, he's got inconsistency in who he's throwing it to, who's calling the plays. Now, look, I'm not making excuses because I believe Derek Carr can play better. I believe Derek Carr needs to play better. I'm admitting Derek Carr missed some throws today. But that doesn't mean I have to agree with every negative thing you say about Derek Carr. That's your problem. It's almost like, well, if you don't say it exactly the way we saying it, then you're not saying it. Y'all got to go somewhere else with that shit. At the end of the fucking day. At the end of the day. right? If Hunter was good last year and he's not this year, how is that on Derek Carr?
Sunday, November 13th at 8, exclusively on Paramount Network. Hello. I saw you move in and I wanted to welcome you to the neighborhood.
Like, y'all be like, yo, Patrick Graham sucks. Josh McDaniels sucks. Darren Waller's a bitch. He's not playing. But get rid of Derek Carr. How does all that shit make sense? How can y'all say the same? How can y'all say all of that and make it make sense to you? No Waller, no run blocking, and defense absent. The brother Mace, appreciate the super. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Derek Carr is part of the problem. I am not disagreeing with that. But he's not the biggest part of the problem. So you might fix the problem of, well, at least I don't got to see number 4 while we're losing the game. We're still losing the fucking games. Like, what are we talking about here? Carr is only good when the pocket is clean? That's false. Because on 3 or 4 plays today, he got outside of the pocket and created opportunities to get first downs down the field. What are you talking about? You probably ain't even got cable. Like, what are you talking about? You must not be watching the game. And if you think Derek Carr is only good when the pocket is clean, well, motherfucker, make sure the pocket is clean. Get some guys in there that can make the pocket clean. God damn.
This is DirecTV, home of the Red Zone.
Derek Carr has had 11 different offensive line combinations this year. Exactly. So even the offensive line is inconsistent, like I said. And I'm cool. You're going to say Derek Carr is inconsistent? Fine. Tell me what's been consistent around him. But y'all don't want to have that conversation because you might actually have to use more words than just Derek Carr sucks. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. The vocabulary ain't large enough for that shit. Y'all crazy. We need to draft better defense. We need to draft better everything. Shit, at this point. Honestly, at this point. You mean to tell me the fucking Lions could beat the Packers 15-9, but the Raiders can't win with 20 points? You mean to tell me the Chargers could beat the Falcons 20-17, but the Raiders can't hold anybody to under 20? The Vikings with the Kirk Cousins that y'all say is so good, with Justin Jefferson, they could only score 20 points and still win a game because their defense held Washington to 17? But y'all going to sit here and act like, well, you only scored 20 points. There's 3 teams right now who won with 20 points or less in the NFL. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all fucking crazy. He didn't get it done when it mattered. He didn't get it done when it mattered? You like the play calling when it mattered? You like the play calling when it mattered? It's the NFL. No one always has a clean pocket. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I bet you Jacksonville Jaguars had a cleaner pocket than Derek Carr did. I bet you that much, though. So don't give me a clean pocket all the time. Just give me a clean pocket more times than not. What are we talking about? What are y'all talking about, yo? Y'all come in here with this shit like y'all don't even understand. Like, I live football, like, literally. Like, y'all say shit because it sounds good amongst your friends who don't really know that much about football. And even though you don't know that much about football, I'm still agreeing that Derek Carr didn't play great. Carr didn't extend, run the ball. They not watching. That's a fact. That's a fact. If they think that, then they didn't watch the game. Bad coaching, bad play calling. Chuck, appreciate the super. Brother Mace, appreciate the super. Like, no, Raider J-Rock, I'm fine with Carr leaving. I'm fine with Carr leaving. I'd much rather win without Carr than lose with Carr. But what I'm not going to do is conform my educational level for football to you motherfuckers just because you want me to say what you want me to say. It doesn't work like that. Like, me disagreeing with you has nothing to do with me saying, oh, I don't want Derek Carr to leave. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I don't mind Derek Carr not being on the Raiders. I don't mind that. Why would I mind that? I've been a Raiders fan since '86. I've seen way more games without Derek Carr than I've seen with him. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Come on now. If you want to have conversations, make them healthy ones. Because arguing with me with no facts is bad for your health, I promise you. G-Town, appreciate the super. The only thing that's consistent about the Raiders is them being losers. And I love the Raiders, by the way, but it is what it is. You're right, we've been consistent losers. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. The only thing that people are arguing is why we've been losers. And since we lost the last 9 years with Derek Carr, they'll say it's Derek Carr. Even though that ESPN rated the Raiders the worst fucking defense of the decade. The fucking Raiders were voted the worst defense of the last decade. Don't you know Derek Carr been on the team for 9 years? How long is a decade? Worst defense of the decade is the Raiders. But you'd rather just get rid of the quarterback. That's where we disagree. I'm not saying we can't move on from Carr. If we can upgrade that quarterback, we should upgrade. Absolutely. But upgrade everywhere else too. Sean, appreciate the super. Bleacher Report just broke new stats. Josh, third 17-point game. Lead loss ties him with every other Raiders head coach combined. But Carr's the issue. Come on now. They don't want to have that conversation. I've accepted that we will never have a good defense. Don't say that, man. You never know. Gio, the D plays only one half of football all year. It's crazy. Christopher, appreciate the super. Team needs to learn Mandarin. Team looks sleepy. We just got to ride this season out. Football guys got to smile on us eventually, maybe. Our defense is trash. Yeah, Mr. D, 777. Appreciate y'all for the supers. It's all on Carr in the fourth quarter. He is not good enough anymore. Wow, that's crazy. So was he good last year when we won 4 out of the last 5 games getting into the playoffs? So he's just not good this year. But the only thing different this year is he doesn't have the same coach. Okay, I got it. Did the defense get a sack or interception? We got a turnover on fumble. Nothing we caused. Absolutely. The defense, like, come on, man. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop, bro. Y'all got to stop. Y'all treat criticism of the Raiders like motherfuckers treat picking out food on DoorDash. You get on there, you don't really know what you want. You know you want something. So you'll just keep doing all the fucking menus until you find something you like. And that's what y'all are doing. Because on DoorDash, you might pass some good shit. You might pass some shit that makes sense for your diet. You might pass some shit that makes perfect sense for what you should eat at that time of day. But you're going to pass all that to land on some shit you like. And that's what's going on right now with the Raiders. You guys are passing on reasons for why the Raiders are what they are until you land on the one you like. Oh, well, you know what? The defense is one of them. Coaching is one of them. Inconsistency is one of them. Draft picks is one of them. Derek Carr is one of them. No, stop right there. I like the Derek Carr choice best. And that's what you fucking run with. I'm just ready for the season to end, JD. I feel you, bro. All right. See, I like questions like this. John said, Honcho, can you tell me what you saw today as to why we struggled based on initial reaction? All right, well, what I saw today was a tale of two halves. I mean, we went into halftime averaging 7.5 yards on first down, and we were getting the ball out quick on pass plays, quick 3-step drops or in the shotgun 1-step drop, which is really like a 3-step drop anyway, and we were getting the ball out quick to Devontae. I think what happened is that when we went into halftime, the Jaguars took advantage of knowing what our defense was bad at, and they got the ball first, and they went right down and scored, right? And then when we got the ball back, we started to shy away from this or stray away from the stuff that we were doing that was working, right? We didn't get the ball out quick anymore. We didn't win on first down all the time. I'm going to tell you what play call I really didn't like the most. I don't know even if it was the second half, but I think it was the second half. On one of our first possessions in the second half, they took Josh Jacobs out and put Zeus in and ran a fucking toss to him. That shit really pissed me off. Right? So I just think that it's a tale of two halves. In the second half, our first drive in the second half, we get to a 3rd and 11, incomplete pass. We got a punt. On our second drive, Devontae Adams with a drop. Carr made some good plays on 3rd and 9 with a first down. 3rd and 10, Carr was forced out of the pocket, but incomplete pass to Devontae on the sideline. I think what they did in the second half was they was able to get Derek Carr off his spot a little more. Where they didn't necessarily have to sack. They didn't really necessarily have to sack him. They just had to get him off his spot. Once you get a guy moving left and right, They can't set their feet to throw. So I think what they did was they just brought more pressure from different areas on the field and not just up the middle or not just around the edges. They overloaded some of the sides and put Derek Carr in a position where he couldn't set his feet and throw anymore, which was killing them in the first half. They took that away in the second half. Honcho, you think if Bisaccia was still here, we would still have this record? No, I don't think so, because I think when Bisaccia was here, Derek Carr had more input on what the offense was. I think Derek Carr had more input on what the offense was. And it doesn't necessarily mean Derek Carr was better, but I think it was better for the other players around him. You shouldn't have to have perfect pocket to make passes. At what point of me speaking did I say that? I don't think I said anything had to be perfect. Like, what are you talking about? Tell us who to replace Carr with. Or are you talking to somebody else? Raiders should move Rob Ryan to D.C. They should have got Rex Ryan for D.C. Somebody in the presser chat said we were 55-2 with a 17-point lead before this season. We are now 55-5. Yeah, but that's, I guess that's Derek Carr. Hey, Honcho, tough game today. You blame Carr for those 2 chances at the end. I blame Carr for missing. I don't know if it was the last drive. I think it was the drive before that. He missed Devontae Adams, I think, on 2 plays. Yeah, I do blame him for that. But my thing is, and this is what's so weird, because I'm a defensive guy. Like, I'm not an offensive coach. Like, I play quarterback, right? But I'm a defensive guy. So the fact that I bring up the defense is because that's what I know. Like, I know. So what I'm saying to you is, although I blame Derek Carr for missing those 2 throws, I don't think that you can put all the blame on him for why we lost, because the defense gets paid to do a job too, and they haven't been doing that job. Josh, man, appreciate the super. Wilder being out affects the play calling. McDaniels needs that dominant tight end. Not an excuse. Should have had this one. Yeah, I agree with you, but, it is what it is. People get hurt all the time. Next guy up. Honcho, do you think this defense has smart players? Yeah, I don't think they're dumb. I just think that they're not talented enough to execute the scheme. Like, I could tell Lil Honcho to go out there and guard a high school wide receiver. He's very smart. That don't mean he's going to be able to do it if he's not fast enough, big enough, strong enough to get there. So what I'm saying to you is that I don't think our players are dumb. I just don't think that they're good enough and skilled enough to do what they're being asked to do. Right? Like, you can't put Trayvon Merrick against Kirk in the slot at the 10-yard line and expect him to be able to cover him man-to-man. Like, it's just too much field to cover. Like, if anything, I would just bracket it. I would have dropped somebody in the flat. I would have dropped somebody to the hash, and I would have had Trayvon Merrick over the top. Now you got to try to place the ball in there. We don't even have a defense to win a game, let alone a championship. Hey, Raider Honcho, another game we take our foot off the gas. Yeah, I thought the play calling, I thought the play calling was a little suspicious in the beginning of the second half. But football's a momentum game. It's ebbs and flows. It's about momentum. And the Raiders lost the momentum after that. Jacksonville gained the momentum when they went and scored before half and then got the ball right after the half and scored. We never got the momentum back, man. Never got the momentum back. King 85, appreciate the super. I think a lot of people just look at the final score and say the defense isn't that bad, but I think they don't pay attention to how easy it is for other teams. No pressure and crazy room for wide receivers, 8-10-yard chunks at a time. Yeah, that's the thing. And I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate the super, $20 super. I appreciate that. I think that you're 100% right, that a lot of people will just look at the score and say, well, they only gave up 24 and we scored 20. So it's really our fault for not scoring more points. But if you watch the game, motherfuckers is running wide open. They're running wide open. So tell me how you blitz 6 guys and not get to the quarterback when he only has 5 linemen. Make it make sense. Bring back Khalil Mack. We was 4-12 with that bitch. Like, I'm talking about receivers are so wide open. Like, I don't see any other team in the NFL. I watch so many games. I don't see any other team with receivers that wide open. And those wide receivers be better. We got motherfuckers. Christian Kirk is good, but goddamn, he ain't that good. Christian Kirk will be a wide receiver 3 on some other teams. He's running around wide open like he's Odell in his prime. Cut Carr and get who to replace him. I think you don't cut Carr. I think you restructure his contract if possible, and you keep him for another year, and you draft a quarterback behind him. Listen, let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question, right? Let me ask y'all a question. If the offense is so goddamn hard to learn for Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, why the hell would I cut Carr to bring in a new quarterback who would have to learn this shit? Why wouldn't I just keep Carr, who's already learning it, draft a new guy to help learn it in a year or two, and then get rid of Carr? No, because y'all don't have the patience for that. Y'all think, well, we'll just get rid of Carr and the new quarterback will be better. Well, the new quarterback now has to learn the fucking system that Devontae Adams is struggling with, that Darren Waller told you was hard to comprehend. So you want to just replace Derek Carr so bad, you replace him with a guy that's going to take 3 years to learn the offense. Well, if that's the case, well, then keep Derek Carr until the motherfucker learns the offense. A new quarterback would at least be younger. What the fuck is that, a moral victory? Or at least he'd be younger. What the fuck? So you just want a new quarterback to have more hair than Derek Carr has? Like, it don't even matter if he plays better. He's younger? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? You want to bench Carr? Bench Carr. Like, I'm not here to argue with your opinions on what you want to do. I'm arguing opinions on why you want to do it. Please understand the difference. Aaron Rodgers is a million times better than Derek Carr. That motherfucker scored 9 points today. Bring in Jimmy G and sit the rookie. Jimmy G's not better than Derek Carr. So why not just keep Derek Carr and sit a rookie? I think these coaches can't adjust at halftime. I appreciate the Super Kings. I don't think it's that they can't adjust. I know, y'all don't want to hear this shit. Y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to hear it. There's only like 2 players on our defense that would start on another team. We are playing in an NFL game with a bunch of freaking Division III level talent defenders. No disrespect. No disrespect, because yes, those motherfuckers are better than me. Right? Some of them. I can leave a motherfucker wide open for free. But my point is, there's not a lot of talent on the defense. Right? Derek Carr at his position is better than 90% of the players we have on defense at their position. So why do you want to replace him? Okay, all right, let's say Derek Carr is the 15th best quarterback in the NFL. That's 15. What rank is fucking Trayvon Merrick at safety? What rank is Anthony Everett at safety? What rank is Divine Diablo at linebacker? What rank is Chandler Jones at defensive end? So you mean to tell me you'll get rid of a middle-of-the-pack quarterback, but don't talk about the bottom-of-the-pack defense that we have? Come on now. Fucking Daniel Jones plays for the Giants and he's winning. Daniel Jones is not better than Derek Carr. You think Daniel Jones will be winning those games here? You'll say no. Why not? All right. Bet. Honestly, it doesn't matter what players we have bad taste in coaches. I mean, that's true. That's true. You're right, G. That defense is the worst I've seen. Appreciate the super. It's just bad. It's just bad. So, like, okay, even if you wanted to say Derek Carr is the 20th best, how many players do you think on our defense are top 20? I missed a super chat? That should be happening. I'm on my phone. I'm going to try to scroll up and find it. DA already said he's not wasting time on a young QB. Who the fuck is DA? Devontae Adams said that? I meant appreciate the super. Hopefully that's the one I missed. But with the worst defense players, we went to the playoffs. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Casey Hayward is better than all the cornerbacks we have right now, basically. Yannick was better than fucking Chandler Jones, basically. The scheme fit Denzel Perryman better than this shit does. Denzel Perryman is a 4-3 middle linebacker. He's not a 4-2-5 backer. I said, we miss Henry Ruggs. You ain't lying about that shit. Join Mitch for a second. It's all about Carr. Of course it is. Of course it is. Oh, he be pandering. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Mitch. But we're in a business where, you know, you're going to get judged by your likes, your comments, your subscribers. So, you know, you're going to have people sometimes that pander to the masses because you want the masses to be part of your movement, right? I don't give a fuck. I don't. Okay? Like, I don't, like YouTube is a nice little complimentary, what they call that shit, passive income. Like, this ain't my job. So I'm not going to get on here and just say Derek Carr fucking sucks because I know that would get me more people in my chat. I don't care. You know, whether you like me, hate me, or whatever y'all want to do, trade me, injure, reserve me, like, y'all going to be like, yo, at least that motherfucker kept it real. That's all that's going to happen. And I'm telling you things based on the perspective of somebody who coaches football, studies football, actually gets, motherfucker, I make more money coaching than I do on YouTube. So tell me what you think I spend more time doing? Coaching. So if I spend more time coaching and you spend more time on YouTube, how the fuck you going to tell me more that you know more than me? How's that possible? What the fuck, you YouTubing how to be a coach? Come on now. So I'm not up here to tell you what you want to hear because I want you to super chat. I want you to subscribe. I want you to subscribe to my shit because you want intelligent conversations. And you think that the content is good. But I'm not going to sit up here and just bash people that I really don't believe is the problem just to get somebody to be like, yeah, I want to fuck with you because you think like I think. Well, sometimes it's good to be around motherfuckers that don't think like you so you don't get yourself in a situation that thinking like you will get you in. But this shit might be making too much sense. Brother Mace, appreciate that. That's why you're a real one. People are idiots, man. Look, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying all that. But what I'm saying is that if you're at McDonald's, it might be beneficial for you to make cheap product if you know people gonna buy it. I bet you the motherfuckers that own McDonald's don't eat that shit. But they know your ass is gonna eat it. And they know you want it for cheap, so they're going to get cheap product and sell it for cheap. They pandering to the masses. So it makes sense if it's your business. I understand. This ain't my business. Somebody said Honcho is the next top G. No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it would be easy for me to say Derek Carr sucks, that's why we lost. Because everybody wants to hear that. That's what they want to hear to make them feel better. Because that's what they think. Well, it's clear that I don't think like a lot of people, right? That's usually how it works. The people that make it are the ones that think a little differently outside of the box, right? So I just want to go a little further than the face value of, well, shit, we only scored 20 points. That's got to be Derek Carr's fault. No, part of it is Derek Carr's fault. Part of it is Josh McDaniels' fault. But it's also the defense has to make stops. Don't make fun of my McRib sandwich. I eat McDonald's. That's just what I'm saying. So if I love the McChicken, those motherfuckers know I love the McChicken. What can they do? Sell it for cheaper? Oh shit, I'm about to get 3 of these bitches now. Right? So that's what I'm saying. That's helping their business. So when YouTube is a business, I'm not mad at the people that treat it as such. I don't treat it like a business. Shit, I was demonetized and was doing this shit for free. The fuck? I got demonetized for some shit. I still was doing videos for free. We didn't score a point in the second half. That's facts. That's facts. But would you have to score a point in the second half if the defense didn't give up 4 fucking scores? Nah, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have. And it's not all on the defense. Because I know y'all going to pop in and out of the chat and just take little pieces and then run to other people. Just like somebody did in here, told me what Mitch was saying. Somebody's going to run to another chat and say, well, Honcho out here caping for Carr, blaming the defense. No, I'm not. Carr has some shitty throws out there. But quarterbacks make shitty throws. Wide receivers drop passes. Defenses don't have to give up back-to-back-to-back-to-back scores. Right? Offense played like shit in the second half. Yes, I agree with that. But sometimes 20 points should be enough. 3 teams today won. Just chilling. Appreciate the super. Say, yay, McDonald's. Honcho. Oh, here we go, Chris, with no H in his name. Here we go. Come on, Chris. Tell me how I'm delusional. Please tell me. I would love to smoke your boots right now. Tell me how I'm delusional. Nobody say nothing in the chat until Chris with no H tells me how I'm delusional. Like, you'll be more mad at the quarterback for the last 9 years than the motherfucker who keeps employing him. Imagine that. Imagine that. I'm a parent. If my kids got a bum-ass teacher that we know is a bum-ass teacher, I'm mad at the motherfuckers who hired the bum-ass teacher. It ain't the teacher getting paid to be a bum. Why would they change it? So why I'm mad at the teacher? I'm mad at the people that employ the teacher. So when I got a problem with the teacher, we go to the fucking administration. Fuck the teacher. So you got a problem with Derek Carr, but don't have a problem with the people employing him? Come on, man. Come on. Come on, yo. Y'all really be just picking and choosing. Aunt Villa, that's what's up. That's what's up. I actually like Mitch. I like Mitch. I like everybody. I don't have no issues with nobody. Right? But I have friends that I hang out with that doesn't mean I agree with every opinion they have. That don't mean I can't tell them, yo, those sneakers you bought is trash. That don't mean I can't tell them that movie you like is ass. Like, that don't tell me, like, you know what I'm saying? People act like because I have a difference in opinion of people, it means I don't like them. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is that about? Austin, appreciate the super. The most important part of building championship teams is the interior line. We don't have dogs at interior D-line or the guard tackle position. Folks know if we can't run the ball, we can't execute our 7-step drop passes. Defense needs rebuild too. You ain't wrong. Everybody should know that the game is won in the trenches. Game is won in the trenches. O-line and D-line is trash. Everett, you ain't lying. I thought Devontae Adams had a better fantasy standpoint than last week. But nobody cares. People love Yes Men Honcho. I don't know. I wasn't blessed with a heart big enough to love that many people, so I'll keep it small, circle, not too many yes men. I doubt it. I actually don't have yes men because now that I think about it, I think I argue with everybody I talk to. So ain't nobody just telling me what I want to hear. Shit, if they did, I wouldn't be fucking arguing with them. Get a new quarterback, then what? We still have no defense, no offensive line, and no coaching. Yeah, I know. No, I already know that. I already know that, man. I already know that. Look, this is the thing, though, right? I will say this, that if you bring in a new coach and you bring in a new DC, you have to give them the time to get the players they want, develop the players they want, execute their scheme. You got to give them a chance to do that. I don't disagree with that. But in the process, goddamn, you got to find a way to be competitive. Or we shouldn't pay you until you actually do the shit that we're paying you to do. But if you're going to tell me it takes 3 years for me to get my shit in order, well, if I'm going to pay you for year 1 and 2, you should still find a way to be competitive. And right now we're not. We're losing the fucking teams we shouldn't lose to. At this point, Carr has gotten every head coach fired. So why didn't they just get rid of Carr then? Why didn't they just get rid of Carr? If Carr was the problem, why didn't they just get rid of him? How do we rebuild in the offseason with or without Carr? I think you keep Carr just as a bridge for the next quarterback. Like, I mean, goddamn, it seems like every other team in the NFL knows how to fucking draft and develop talent. Why can't we? Goddamn. That's the point. Get him the fuck out of here. Chris. All right, well, when we get him out of there, make sure you hit him up and tell him to go find the H that's supposed to be in your name, please. God damn. Keep Carr. I mean, did I fucking stutter? Keep Carr at 40 mil. I bet you it's not 40 mil. I think it's 30 mil. Carr costs too much money next year to build this team, though. It's not. Motherfucker, we have like 12 draft picks. You have to build through the draft. Like, y'all want, this is what y'all want. Y'all think the NFL is about watching the Bills' best players and then going to take them and paying them a whole bunch of money? No, you draft players, get them on rookie deals. Like, I don't understand, yo. Kings, appreciate the super. Tell him Honcho, love from Oakland. Appreciate you, Oaktown. Gio, appreciate the super. Have you seen anything showing team is improving? You know what? I'm not going to lie. This is what it is for me. I feel like Josh McDaniels is one of those offensive coordinators that is super calculated. So you can tell by the first drive that they knew that the Jags didn't have the best pass defense. So he threw the ball, 3 and out type shit, right? I think that that's too... It's too vanilla. Like, even though a team might have a good run defense, you still got to soften up the middle. You still got to test the teeth of the defense. You still have to do that. So I just think that we are improving in terms of there are more plays that I'm seeing that I like. There's more scheme being implemented that I like. There's more cohesiveness, but you can just tell we're still so far away from having complete chemistry. I mean, Derek Carr and Devontae Adams just are not on the same page too many times. Carr not worth 35 mil, so don't give him 35 mil. Don't give him 35 mil. I'd rather rebuild than keep losing with Carr, honestly. So basically you're saying you'd rather lose with somebody else. Because just because you decide to move on from Carr doesn't mean you automatically get a guy better than Carr. That's the thing you're not understanding. Like, if I'm going to go draft Bryce Young is still going to sit a year in McDaniels' offense to get the shit right before I put him in a fucking game. So if I'm going to be losing while I'm getting Bryce Young ready, why would I want to have somebody else and not Derek Carr, who I know has won some games, who kind of knows the system by next year? Like, why would I want to just get rid of all that just to get another quarterback who's going to be the bridge for my rookie quarterback? Just chilling. Appreciate you. You the man, Honcho. Got to go. Keep educating. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for stopping by and all your super chats. Carr costs too much. That's why. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Carr costs too much. So Carr costs too much because he's not good, or because we don't have the money? Yo, y'all be really tripping off of that, yo. Like 9 seasons, Carr has 0 playoff wins. That's amazing. Because I think in 9 seasons, the Raiders have 0 playoff wins, not Carr. Like, why is that a quarterback stat? Why is that a quarterback stat? I mean, shit, Colin Kaepernick got more playoff wins than Derek Carr. You rather have Colin Kaepernick? Shut the fuck up. Y'all high. What would you pay Carr? I would pay Carr whatever made sense for me to be able to get what I think I need to get. But I'm not the one saying I need to get anything. You are. Like, I didn't say I need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking? I didn't say I need to buy anything. You're saying we need to buy something. I'm saying we draft something. He's the leader, that's why. So because he's the leader, so he's the leader, which is why it's his fault when we don't win. Okay, so Max Crosby's the leader. Max Crosby is the leader of this team. Max Crosby is the leader on defense. I don't see none of you motherfuckers blaming him for why the defense sucks. Huh? I don't see none of y'all blaming him for why the defense sucks, but he's the leader of the defense. Y'all gotta stop. 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 I said Derek Carr missed some throws today. I don't think Derek Carr played great today. So you got to stop trying to. I know you got some people that tell you the narrative is that, oh, all he does is defend Carr. Like, I haven't been defending Carr. My arguments about Carr have been isolated arguments. It's not the same argument. I've already said I'll move on from Derek Carr if the next guy is better. I don't know what's so hard about that. I don't know what that means. Like, if you got a better quarterback option than Derek Carr, let's have him. Let's have him. But I would still need a better coach. I would still need a better defense. I don't understand. Yes, Carr played good, not great, but we all saw Raiders up in the first half. Yeah, Merrick looks lost out there at times. Carr did miss throws, but a lot of QBs missed throws. Right? Derek Carr had 2 touchdowns today, no picks, no fumbles, took care of the ball. Come on now. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Drafted QB and bring in Jimmy. Why would I bring in Jimmy G? Jimmy G can just do what Derek Carr does already. The difference is Jimmy G has a good fucking defense. Like, what are we talking about? Like, y'all just be wanting to say shit because, like, I don't even know who told y'all these things. Like, why would I pay Jimmy G to come in when Jimmy G can do exactly what Derek Carr can already do? Only difference is Jimmy G has had a good defense. Carr should have threw 3 picks. Nah, he should have threw three touchdowns, though. I'll tell you that much. We pay too much money to Carr to keep him. Somebody told you that. They can restructure that shit. Like, somebody told you that. You don't know that. Somebody just told you that, and you're repeating it because somebody told you that. Like, you don't know that. You don't know the books. You don't know how his contract is actually worded and what he can and can't do. You just know the information that somebody told you. Well, just like a lot of things, why would somebody want to tell you everything? You just know the parts they want you to know, right? So don't come to me with some information you got from somebody else who got it from somebody else. I'm pretty sure if Derek Carr wanted to be a Raider next year and they said, look, you're going to have to take a fucking pay cut, I think he would do it. Damn, Chris, why you got to do me like that? Man, I thought we was tight. I thought we was tight, bro. He called me a bum with mad M's. Like, why you put mad M's on it? All I said was put 1 H in your name. You gave me like 37 M's. That's crazy. I don't mind the Carr haters. I'm all right with that. Like, because I think Derek Carr has given people reason to hate him. How much you make on content creating, Honcho? Nothing. I make nothing. I just don't know why people I wouldn't like I always said this. Like, there's people that don't like me and don't like my channel and come here and tell me that. And I'm so confused on why you would spend time to tell somebody you don't like that you don't like them. Like I said, if I like McDonald's better than Burger King, I don't go to Burger King and tell them. I just don't support Burger King then. I would never understand that. Like, y'all would sit here and be like, you fucking suck. You love Derek Carr. But you came here. I don't know you. You know me. I don't get it. Like, the man that's calling me a bum, man, why I'm a bum? Medwin said Carr is trash. Okay. What else? Like, what else? Like, what else, man? Get more in depth on why he's trash. Carr is not a leader. He has no passion or dog in him. All right. Cool. What the fuck do you want me to say? I don't know what your passion and dog would look like if you was getting smacked the fuck around by 6'4", 300-pound men. I don't fucking know. Maybe you enjoy that kind of shit. I don't know what he's supposed to look like getting hit like that. I don't know. But the Raiders had 5 games last year and went 4-1 down the stretch. And, I mean, he tore his groin and came back and, you know, I don't know. I just think y'all don't like the way it looks. Bro, they are not Raiders fans. I am telling you. I don't know, man. I don't care. Trucker Mark, appreciate the super coach. Why is this team playing so much zone? They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. They can't strap up. The offenses are too. The offensive route trees are too complex for the Raiders to be able to strap up across the board, especially when you don't have Nate Hobbs. You can't do it. So you have to zone and try to bring some zone blitzes. That's it. Raiders soft after halftime. Something is up. First catch. Appreciate the super. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know we didn't get no sacks today and no interceptions. And I know that Trevor Lawrence only got hit like 4 times. Max can't do it all by himself. No, but Carr can. You'll sit here and say Max can't do it by himself, but you want Carr to do it by himself. I got it. Like, how many of our offensive linemen are actually starters on other teams? Nate Hobbs has been missed on defense for sure. Street Life, what's up with it, my boy? I'm chilling. I'm just out here trying to maintain through all this, you know what I'm saying? All this nasty stuff going on right now with the Raiders. We have no speed on offense. Well, it's not even just that. It's also the fact that the Raiders, since their line is not that great, Derek Carr is only going to get a lot of time if you go max protection, which only allows you to have like 2 routes, right? So it's kind of hard to make the defense spread so you're trying to spread them out with going 4 across, right? So 4-man, you're going, 2x2 sets. But the thing is when you got good teams that have a good defensive line and good backers, when you go 4 wide, right, that's 4 guys, right? That's already 4. If you have a quarterback and running back, that's 6 guys, right? That means you only have 5 down linemen, right? If you get a defense that has 4 down linemen who are good, they can get pressure on the quarterback without blitzing them. And that's what's going on right now. Like, defenses are blitzing Derek Carr. They're not bringing 7, 8 guys. They're bringing 5 and 6 on a 5-man surface. So even though we're spreading guys out, they're good enough to strap up and play man-to-man on us. Which is why Devontae Adams was catching the ball in the first half. But then they started switching things up, throwing a little bracket on us. And that was that. We need multiple players that can run after the catch. Yeah. Carr misses open receivers his whole career, even when he plays well. I mean, quarterbacks do. The O-line hasn't played bad. I mean, have they played good? I feel like when people say that, it's like if I ask my son if he had a good basketball game and he says, well, I didn't play bad, I would assume he didn't play good. Or he would have just said, oh, I played good. So if your argument is the offensive line didn't play bad, that just means you have already lowered the bar for what the expectations are considering bad. It's like a boxer, right? Like a boxer that gets beat the fuck up in round 1 and gets beat the fuck up a little less in round 2. You'll think that he had a better round just because he got beat the fuck up a little less than he did in round 1. It doesn't mean it was a good round. I gotta stop, yo. I gotta stop. This shit be making too much sense to me, but I don't know if it makes sense to everybody. If Carr is gone, they need to get rid of Adams too. There are no QBs better than Carr that are available. Lamar will be tagged. I like Lamar though. Appreciate the super. Gio, are you okay with Mark Davis backing the head coach so early? I think he has to. Because if he doesn't back the coach, then it looks like it's his fault that we suck. Because he's the one who hired him, so he has to back him. Honcho is out of the matrix. I mean, bro, I'm just saying, yo, like, it just, I don't think people understand, like, it's, first of all, maybe because I played quarterback before, I've seen what it looks like to have people rushing you. And even though I know exactly the plays that I'm supposed to do, I know exactly who I'm supposed to throw it to, it doesn't look the way it looks on TV. You don't play the game from over top. Now, I'm not making any excuses. All I'm saying is that there's too many people making comments on things that they know nothing about. That's like us never have going to war or going to combat and then telling anybody how easy it would be to snipe somebody from 900 yards away. Like, bitch, we don't know. It looks easy on movies and on fucking video games, but when you're really in it, it's not that easy. So you guys are asking Derek Carr to do something that you act like you could fucking do. That's the part that gets me. And I coach defense. So I know how to put pressure on QBs. You think every quarterback that I stop in high school football is because the quarterback is bad? No. You just win certain matchups. Like Derek Carr is not just getting stopped every play because he's a bad quarterback. The defense is getting paid money too. They're executing. They're doing their jobs well. Our defense is so bad that I think some of the fans think, well, if they throwing it on our defense, how come Derek Carr can't throw it up? Because Derek Carr doesn't play our fucking defense. 3rd and 2, you throwing it. I would have ran it on 2nd and 2. I would have ran it on 2nd and 2. If I knew I was going for it on 4th down, Keith, I would have ran it on 2nd and 2. Appreciate your super. It's not about making excuses. It's not about making excuses, guys. It's not about making excuses. It's not about making excuses. Like, if I was supposed to go to work at 9 o'clock on Monday morning, and Sunday night, I knew my gas light was on, but I didn't go get gas. And on my way to work, I run out of gas and tell my boss I couldn't make it to work because I ran out of gas. That's an excuse. Because you had the opportunity to do what you needed to do to prevent that from happening. That's why it's an excuse. Now, if I'm on my way to work with a full tank of gas Monday morning and I get into a fucking car crash and tell my boss, hey, I got into a fender bender, I'm not going to make it on time, that's not an excuse. That's cause and effect. So we're not making excuses for Derek Carr because these things are actual things that are happening. I didn't make no excuse for Derek Carr underthrowing the pass in the end zone to the running back. That's a terrible fucking throw. But don't make excuses why Christian Kirk is running wide the fuck open. Yeah, exactly. Drafting is Derek Carr's fault too, because he be in the draft room. Motherfucker be at church somewhere praying that we draft somebody well. And his prayers don't be answered. Carr not consistent, that's all. What does that mean? So you mean to tell me he's not consistently bad either, right? Okay. Now, we wouldn't be a big-ass happy family. We wouldn't be. Even if we were winning, we wouldn't be. Because somebody would be like, guys, we have won fucking games. And the people that hate Derek Carr will come in my chat and say, Josh Jacobs is the reason we won. Come on. Oh, I missed your super? Shit. Hold on. At least you said it was yours. Some people say I missed a super. Don't even tell me whose it was. Oh, what did you see with that touchdown catch on Merrick? I tell you what I seen. I seen bad mechanics. It's hard, man, because I love Trayvon Merrick. Everybody knows that, man. Like, one of my favorite players. He was flat-footed. He got caught flat-footed. He's in a position where he's playing man-to-man in the slot, and he's playing like 10 yards off, which is what we would call a catch technique, which means I'm playing man-to-man, but I'm not pressed, right? I'm playing off. I'm going to catch you. You're going to go left or go right, and I'm just going to get into the hip pocket. But in that situation, he was caught flat-footed, and Kirk broke the route before he got to get hands on him. So that's why when I play man-to-man, I can't play that far away because I know I'm more successful if I can get hands on you. Merrick had no chance of covering him unless he went inside. Now, for me, I probably would have shaded to the outside, knowing where I was on the field, because I feel like it's an easier break for me to get my left hand across a receiver than it is for me to go through the whole receiver when he's going to the outside, right? So, like, I probably would have played it a little outside. That way I can drive on the pass. Like, what I'm saying is if you run a slant, I'm driving on the upfield shoulder, so I'm driving through the man to the ball. So I like that better than if you're throwing it to the outside and I have to try to go through the body of the, because now your back is to me if you go outside. So what I think was he looked like he was too far off. He got stuck flat-footed. He didn't get to engage with any hands. He couldn't get into the hip pocket, and he was done. He was done. But what happened was that was Derek Carr wearing Trayvon Merrick's jersey when he got beat. That's what happened. That was just a great route on that defense. It was a great route, but I'm just saying that's what happened. He couldn't get hands on him. Head coach, OC, DC, defensive coordinator must go. I mean, somebody got to get in trouble. Somebody got to get in trouble. There's got to be some ramifications to this team looking so trash. Y'all see Renfro didn't know where to line up. Yo, this shit was looking bad. Honcho, go get a shot of Henny to cure the depression for this year going south. It'll be all right. DC is wearing 55. That's a fact. Is the line that bad, Honcho, because DC stays running every play? No, I don't think the line is that bad. But I think that people misunderstand that. Even, like, let's say, like, I think people think that the defensive, like, the line is bad is if the defense just runs right by the lineman. But if I'm standing here in a pocket, what's supposed to happen is the defensive linemen are supposed to go around me so I can step up. What's happening a lot of times when you see Derek Carr forced out of the pocket is, yeah, the linemen are still in front of the defensive linemen, but they're getting pushed back. They're getting pushed back. And Derek Carr does panic at times. He does panic. Derek Carr is not perfect. But I still think Derek Carr is good enough for us to win games. Derek Carr didn't play bad today. He missed on a few throws, though. Honcho, just letting you know you can be a successful YouTube just because you speak facts. You can be the next Andrew Tate. You know you should, like, podcast. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know nothing about that. Or how you podcast. Somebody hit me in the email. Let me know. I don't know. Facts coaching on both sides is trash. That's, yeah, I can't. I don't know, like, why y'all want it to be so. Listen. I think McDaniel said it in the press conference. I think you got to stop wanting it to be easier than it is. You got to stop wanting it to be easier than it is. Right? You guys, some of you guys want an easy explanation, but there is no easy explanation because the issues we have are so layered that it's not that easy. You can't just say, like, you might have somebody who's in a bad mood and you just want to say, oh, he's in a bad mood. That would be the easy answer, but you don't know what that person is going through. That might be layered situations that's causing that bad mood or causing that reaction, right? We don't know. Like, it's deeper than just get rid of the quarterback. It's deeper than that. This shit is layered, and it's generationally layered. It's layered beyond Derek Carr being here. What would I do if I was Mark Davis? I would sell the fucking team. I would love the Raider Nation so much that I would just sell the team to a better owner and just ask them to let me keep a percentage of what it makes or whatever. I would keep some stocks involved. I would no longer be the face or the haircut of the Las Vegas Raiders. Because if I cared that much, right? If I cared that much, like, listen, I'm a defensive coordinator. If I keep putting players out there and they keep losing and are unsuccessful and getting beat by 60, I love the kids so much, I would walk away and just say, look, there has to be somebody better for this job. That's how much I care about the players on the field. You see what I'm saying? So if I was Mark Davis and I really cared about Raider Nation, I would get the fuck out of there and give it to somebody who knows what they're doing. God damn. Honcho, it is easy. Our whole team is inconsistent. Yeah, but that starts at the top. Honestly, it starts at the top. Look at successful organizations like the Golden State Warriors. Now, I know it's not apples to apples, but the Golden State Warriors built a culture. That team used to lose all the fucking time. And then you have a couple good draft picks. You make a couple good trades. The culture there was right. When Jerry West was there, the culture was getting right. Mark Jackson was there, the culture was getting right. And then Steve Kerr takes over. Now, you talk about having two different coaches. Well, Steph Curry was still good with both. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the culture was in place. The Raiders organization doesn't have a winning culture. So no matter who you implement there, they have to be big enough to transcend the culture. I don't think just replacing the quarterback does that. Because when you think about old school Giants, the culture was Lawrence Taylor, right? The culture was Bill Parcells. So you could put a quarterback in there that could be successful. right? When you think about the Cowboys, the culture, right? The culture was there. So you can keep changing quarterbacks and they still be good. Right? But the culture was always set there. We don't have that. We don't have that, man. Right? Y'all don't understand the culture. And I understand that because I coach football in a town that the culture is not winning. The culture is, let's just be happy that we were here. That's what the culture is. I'm just happy that my son was on the team. Literally. Literally, coach a basketball team where the parents told me, look, you don't got to cut my son. Just let him play on the team, even if he never gets in the game. That's the culture. So I know what it takes, that you have to have some type of pedigree or resume to pull from to be able to succeed when turmoil erupts, or when like think about a pilot, right? You think when a pilot is flying a plane, that's the first time he experiences what to do when turbulence hits? No. He's already been trained to deal with that. So he can pull from his pedigree and say, oh, when we get in this situation, I got to turn the jet this way, or I got to do this and open the flaps and put the wheels there. Like, there's certain things you have to do. The Raiders don't win enough that when times get rough, they can pull from and say, oh, yeah, this is how you win. They don't have that. Now, you might bring a quarterback in here who's won, but he can't put the culture on his back and show everybody. Right? That defense is not successful enough to know when times get hard, this is how you get a stop. That offensive line is not good enough yet to know that when teams are blitzing this way, I got to anchor here, or I got to double here, or they can't do that yet. Come on now. And Bisaccia might not have the X's and O's intellect that McDaniels had, but he had a better sense of culture. Motherfucker said we bad. Yeah, we bad. We are. And what's going to happen is, this is what's going to really make y'all sick. This is what's really going to make y'all sick. Is we're going to be bad. We're going to get a high draft pick, and you're going to think we're getting a quarterback, and we're going to trade that to a team that wants a quarterback more than we do, and we're going to have more picks, and we're going to still have Derek Carr. And y'all going to be sick. They voted the Raiders as the worst defense of the decade. Do I listen to Pivot? Hell no. No, I don't. I don't know why I said that so angry, but no, I don't. We keep Carr and stack up the defense. Carr be fine with a good defense, man. Like, Derek Carr rarely gets the ball on the opponent's other side of the field. It happens, but not a lot. They are professional players from winning colleges. Yeah, but that don't work. That's not the same. Players in college have a better sense of tradition and culture because they're not paid to play. So they don't really have a choice. They're going to go and get it. When you're a professional athlete and you're getting paid money and you make more money than your coaches, you got a choice now. Do I really want to buy in or do I not? Do I just want to get my check? Look at Trent Brown. You're right, the team used to hire coaches from inside. That's what I'm saying. Appreciate the super. Get Carr out of there. Fine, get Carr out of there. And then what? Our organization is still a cesspool of bad decisions. Make sure you hit them likes. And hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. I agree with you. That's the Pete Carroll effect. True. Save $40 million. So y'all worrying about saving money. Y'all want to save money to do what? Pay more motherfuckers that don't help us win? Y'all acting like you acting like if they cut Derek Carr and save the money, they're gonna give it to you. No, you're gonna be poor just like me watching the game. Help the defense. You had a chance to help the defense. You had a chance at the trade deadline. You had a chance free agency. They had chances. They didn't think they needed to do anything. That's where I'm saying be more mad at ownership and GMs and the people in the positions who bring the players in. Like, If I put a bum-ass cornerback in the game who's getting cooked all the time, who I know don't have talent, the fans ain't going to blame the player. They going to blame the motherfucker who keep putting him in. Shit is crazy. The Raiders on defense have been in the red zone. On defense, have been in the red zone 15 times and have given up 15 touchdowns. Omar, appreciate the super. I thought we used glue to make the playoffs last year. We missed on so many draft picks that we have been set back by Gruden team build through the draft. Yeah, we've been set back for sure. We've been set back, man. There's been a lot of bad draft picks, man. Like, y'all want to get rid of Derek Carr before Chandler Jones? That's crazy. If we change Carr for Josh Allen, are we not winners? I got two answers for that. I got two answers. Josh Allen doesn't go undefeated now with the team he has, which is better than ours. And two, if Josh Allen is the only quarterback that you could think to come in here and win, then that lets me know more about Carr. Like, what? Yeah, you should know what time it is. Like, what are we talking about? If Josh Allen went undefeated all the time, like, but Josh Allen has a better defense and offense than us, and he don't win every game now. If I'm not mistaken, they lost to the fucking Dolphins. No, I'm not. I didn't. Did you not hear what I said? And I didn't say be undefeated. But my point is, if he's losing there, he would definitely lose here because this is a worse team. Like, what is winners to you? Winning 10 games? Is that what you think? Shit, this team could win 10 games with Derek Carr. Oh, they fucking did last year. Shit. Lost to the Jets today. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Bills only scored 17 on the Jets today. Yeah. But he will always be in the playoffs. Bro, he has a better team. I don't think he'd be in the playoffs on the Raiders. Like, did you not see Jacksonville score every time they got the fucking ball in the second half? They said Allen lost today and didn't score in the second half. So what would he have done on the fucking Raiders? He would have just lost 60-50. And y'all would have been okay with that because we scored 50. But we still lost by 10. Y'all don't care. Bottom in the league in sacks, bottom in the league in interceptions, bottom in the league in defensive scoring, bottom in the league in everything. But we're in the middle of the pack on offense, but you seem to still think that the issues we have are more prevalent on offense. I don't get it. I don't get it. Bro, we got the ball 2 times in the third quarter. Twice. That was it. My argument is not that Carr is this good quarterback or great quarterback. That's not my argument right now. The argument is that I don't think there's many quarterbacks that come in here and are successful with what we have right now. Like, we're sitting here saying that our defense sucks because there's no talent on it, and you want to add Josh Allen. How does that help the fact that we have no talent on our defense? So it's okay we scored 0 in the second half? Who the fuck said that? Who said that? Like, nobody said that, bro. Like, don't put words in my mouth or insinuate that that's what I'm implying. Like, don't do that. You could just act like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying exactly what I mean, and I'm meaning what I'm saying, so just listen. All I'm saying is you're trying to compare what Carr did to what another quarterback would do, and I'm just telling you, if that quarterback you want to replace Carr with is struggling to win some games with a better team than Derek Carr, then why would I think that he comes here and does better than Derek Carr? Like, this team was a playoff team last year. After losing Henry Ruggs and after losing their head coach. So Derek Carr is not a leader, but yet he led the team into the playoffs with that terrible defense we had and no head coach, and his number 1 wide receiver was gone. Y'all crazy. But you'll say he's not a leader because you think leaders look like something. You think leaders sound like something. Okay. Because he's better than Carr, that's why he does better. I didn't say he wasn't better than Carr. But if he's better than Carr and loses in Buffalo, why the fuck would I think he could win here? Like, I don't know if, like, what I'm saying is not registering. If he's better than Carr and is struggling there, then how can he come here and do much better if we have a worse team than the team he's on now? I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. 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 Like, I'm confused on how you're confused. That's what I'm saying. If he's losing games on a better team, you think so? All right. So Ray, you think 6-3 at Buffalo is 6-3 in Vegas if you have Josh Allen? Please tell me that's not what you're saying. There's no way you could think that. If he's 6-3 on Buffalo, you think he's 6-3 in Vegas? That's what you're saying, Ray? Like he has a like Buffalo is better. Buffalo is better than Raiders. Josh Allen is better than Carr. So if you took Josh Allen off the team that's better, that's 6-3, you think he'd be 6-3 with the Raiders? No, Ray, I'm asking you a question. You said you would take 6-3. Would Josh Allen be 6-3 on the Raiders? So then the only way you take it 6-3 is if you're a Buffalo fan. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't put no words in your mouth. You said you would take 6-3. You jumped in on a conversation that was saying Josh Allen is 6-3 there. So what would he be on the Raiders if the Raiders is the worst team? Let me read this super real quick. Jay, appreciate it. Hate this team right now, like all fans, but agree with you, Honcho. The impulsive blame on Carr does not make sense for a team that blew all the leads. This trash is on the owner, front office, and coaching staff. Appreciate the super. I think it's on Derek Carr too, though. I think Derek Carr has to take some blame. Psycho Jackal, appreciate the $2 super. What's up, you guys? Trying to have a good night? We're going to try. I don't know if I missed Ray's comment. So he'd be 7-2 on the Raiders, but he's 6-3 on the Bills that have a better team. Closer to 6-3 than that's fair. That's fair. But that's some antics, Ray. Because you know I had to agree with that. I have to agree with that. Yes, I have to agree with that. But closer to 6-3 doesn't make you 6-3. Because closer to 6-3 than 2-6, right? Could be 4-5. 4-4. So that doesn't necessarily make us winners. Which is what the guy was saying. How many games you think we could actually win? I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if the Raiders win 6 games this year. Like if we're taking Josh Allen off the Bills and put him on the Raiders and that makes us 4-4, then that lets you know that our team is not that good. DC deserves blame too. He completed 5 passes. We already said that. We already said he deserves blame. I don't know why you're so late, but we already said that. Appreciate the super though. Like how many guys on the Raiders defense would start on the Bills defense? Do we beat the Colts? We have to beat the Colts. Like, ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no way. King, appreciate the super. Some blame on Carr, yes, but people act like it's all on him. I watched the Saints game. Watched the Saints get home with 4 people. Tell me the O-line not that bad. No, I agree with that. I think we all agree that Derek Carr deserves to take some blame. I mean, he is the face of the offense. He's the quarterback. He has the ball every play. Yes, I agree that you put some blame on Derek Carr. I would not sit here and say that Derek Carr gets no blame. You got to blame Derek Carr. Derek Carr is missing throws. You got to blame him for that. But that's only if you want to just say one thing. There's plenty of blame to go around. There's plenty of blame to go around. Josh Allen got digs. That's it. Josh Allen is also part of a culture, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to say is that the Buffalo Bills has a culture. Like, they have a culture. right? Like I seen them almost go to the playoffs with Fitzpatrick. No, like they've been building a winning culture for a little bit now, man. That's what I'm saying is I'm not against replacing Derek Carr, but until we have some type of winning culture, they sucked for how long? How long did they suck? Let me get this super. We have 50 million. We have 50 million defense, the lowest in the NFL. I mean, like, what are you talking about? Were they not good last year? They weren't building that the year before that? Like, what are we talking about? Like, are we really comparing the Bills as a franchise right now to the Raiders as a franchise right now? Isn't DC undefeated against Josh Allen? Shit, I don't even know. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to get my fucking computer on. My shit tweaking right now. I don't know. Like, I think the idea of a winning culture is more than just like right now. I think it has to do with where you see the franchise going. At what point did you see a turn in the Raiders franchise where you thought like, oh, we're going to be real good for the next few years? And then how long did that thought last? Where you could see the Bills are going to be reloading. They're not going to be rebuilding anytime soon. The culture started with Allen. Allen by himself. It didn't start with the coach. Like, I don't remember the Bills always having a number one defense. But then I think they hired like a defensive guy to be their coach. Then the defense got better. And then they got the offense better. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. I'm not a Bills fan. And Josh Allen is really good. But what I'm saying is if Josh Allen is 6-2, 6-3 with the Bills, why do we think he would be 6-2, 6-3 with the Raiders when the Raiders have a worse team? Right? I don't know how many times the Bills drafted a guy that was a bust in the first round, second round. I don't know how many guys the Bills have gotten kicked off the team for whatever the reasons are. I don't remember how many times the Bills get personal fouls every time they got to stop on defense. That's what I mean by the culture. You can say the culture started with Josh Allen, but Josh Allen isn't the person who started the culture. The culture is what got Josh Allen there because they took a step in the direction of rebuilding the culture. Like, damn. Remember when we had a complicated defense? Now we got a complicated offense. Horrible play calling. I don't know. I just think that to say horrible play calling, I don't want to say it's one thing because I think it's because I don't want to say it's one thing. Like the play calling could be bad, but Derek Carr has to still hit the throws, and he hasn't been. Yeah, but even with the Dolphins, when you talk about the Dolphins, like you could see that they were building in the right direction. Like we don't look like we're going in the right direction. Only people that think that is because we got Devontae and it was like, oh, we're going in the right direction. We're getting Devontae. But we saw, Ray, you know this. You saw they didn't put no work in the interior defensive line. They didn't really put no work in the trenches on the offensive line. They didn't really bring in DBs outside of Rocky Yassin that is still a cornerback too. Right? The safety position still needed help. Like we seen that we knew that it wasn't going to go in the right direction. McDaniels has to get fired. I just don't see him getting fired right now. I mean, you would have to fire the defensive coordinator before you fire the head coach. So all the regimes done the same thing at QB, and it's same result. Bills got new culture, starting with new QB. Not going to get a new culture with an old QB that's been through the old cultures. Yeah, but Ray, what I'm saying is how many new quarterbacks have we gotten? You just talking about this. You're talking about this regime with Derek Carr. You're talking about this one with Derek Carr, right? But my thing is that what culture replaces the fucking head coach every 2 years? So you think that by getting a new QB that changes the culture? So that means we're never going to miss on draft picks. We're never going to have bad free agent signings, right? We're never going to hire bad coaches that's what I mean by the culture. It's just not about the players on the field. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that being the case. I mean, shit, somebody just said the Browns. The Browns get a fucking new QB all the time. It don't change they don't have the culture. I don't understand that. It takes more than just you replacing the quarterback position to change the culture. You have to put things around him. Josh Allen is a great point for you saying that's when the culture started. But the defense is already good. He never played with the 30th defense in the NFL. Because the culture was being set before they put the quarterback there. So if you're going to tell me that the Raiders need a new quarterback, that's fine. But the culture around that quarterback is still fucking toxic. Because Mark Davis is still running the team. I got a super. Minus DC, we've had nothing but rentals at all positions, including coaches. Zero culture, like you said. That's what I'm saying. The culture is not just about the player. How many fucking... Look at Mike Tomlin with the fucking Steelers. Mike Tomlin's been the same coach for how many years? How many quarterbacks has he had? Huh? But the motherfucker built the culture. He didn't need a new quarterback. He put the culture in place. And when AB didn't fit the culture, he got him out of there. Because that's culture. You don't get to just do whatever you want to do. The culture doesn't allow it. So what I'm saying is, the Steelers have always had a good culture, right? Think about the coach that was before Tomlin, right? Bill Carroll, they've always had a culture. No, but that's my point, Ray. That's my point. So the quarterback didn't make that culture. What are we talking about? The culture dictates what personnel comes in, dictates how you draft, dictates how you sign free agents. That's an organizational thing. Nah, Ray, you're not going to get me with none of that Jedi shit. That ain't going to work. It's not contradicting anything. My thing is that Josh Allen being on the Bills is because the culture was in place. The culture of we're building a winning franchise. So now you go and get you a quarterback. There was already things in place. There's nothing in place for the Raiders, even if you get a new quarterback. The defense is ass. The coaching staff is ass. The owner is ass. So you're just going to have a good quarterback with a bad franchise. What are we talking about? Where McDaniels' emails at? Well, let's see what happens. I'm not... You can't argue that. Because even though Ray wants to replace Derek Carr, there's no way Ray likes Josh McDaniels' play calling. There's no way. Ray likes Patrick Graham. Bro. Hold on. Because I think that you trying to make it on something else. Oh, my shit about to die. Fuck. Let me see something real quick if I can for my shit. My shit on life support right now. Y'all can get in the chat. Okay, so if you go back to 2014, the Bills was 9-7, 8-8, 7-9. McDermott's first year, 2017, they went 9-7, lost in the wild card. Next year they went 6-10. Next year they lost in the wild card, 10-6. 2020, 13-3, lost in the conference. 2021, 11-6, lost in the divisional. What do you mean? McDermott's first year, they went to the fucking wild card. That's what I'm saying. That was the culture change right there. And even before that, they were 9-7, 8-8, 7-9. That don't look like... You see what I'm saying? Like, they was building that shit. They was building that. Like, you bring a new quarterback into this franchise right now, that doesn't really change as much as people think. Because everything around it is still the same. Get the people an old school Raiderinfo Honcho. We gotta do one. We gotta do one. Now that my football season's over, I'll have time. Me and Ray gotta do one. We gotta chop it up. We gotta debate. We gotta have a nice, healthy debate, yo. Do I have that feeling with Carr? What feeling? This ain't about Derek Carr. This ain't about Derek Carr. My issue is that I feel like the Raiders generationally have just been a bad franchise. And I don't think you just pick one guy to play quarterback and you replace Derek Carr and all of a sudden it becomes a healthy franchise. I think it takes more than that. That's all I'm saying. Like McDermott came in 2017 and they lost in the wild card. I don't even know if that was... I believe that the culture starts with the front office. I feel the culture starts in the front office and then it goes to the coaches you bring in. Then the coaches you bring in brings the player in that match what they want to do with the organization, what they want to do with the franchise, what they want to do on the field. Right? And I believe that's what the Bills were doing. The Bills brought in a coach that they thought could turn things around. And he started building a culture around hard work, blue nose, blue collar, whatever you want to call it. They go 9-7, right? They go 9-7, go to the wild card, right? And then off of that success, they just kept building upon the culture, bringing the right guys in, right draft picks, right free agents, right trades. Like, to me, that's what I'm saying. I think the Raiders organization continues to put the wrong guys in the helm. I don't think Josh McDaniels is the guy. Right? Look at Jackson State. I always say that Jackson State with Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is not the player. Deion Sanders is a coach who changed the culture there. So when you look back 4 years from now and be like, yo, what changed the culture for Jackson State? You'd be like, when they hired Deion Sanders. Right? The Raiders franchise the culture of the Raiders franchise is going to change, not when they get rid of Derek Carr, when they put the people in place that coach Derek Carr. When they put the people in place that draft the right draft picks. That's just my opinion. But we're not going to sit there and act like Josh Allen isn't a good quarterback. Josh Allen's a great quarterback. But if he loses games in Buffalo, he'll lose games in Vegas. So then it has to be just more than a quarterback. Harbaugh at Michigan, Tressel at Ohio State. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, the coaches change the culture, not the players. Like, the players expand on it. The players have to fit into the culture. That's why there's certain players that will never get picked by certain teams. They don't fit what they're trying to do. Like, we can't say Tom Brady built the culture of the Patriots. Fucking Bill Belichick did that. Brady wasn't even a starter. But there was a culture in place. And then they built on that when they put the quarterback there. Right? We don't have no culture, guys. We don't. We just throw shit at the wall and hope it sticks. Sean Payton, I could look. It has to be somebody who's like, for me, it has to be a guy who has like, it's almost like there's people that build houses, right? That's the foundation. Then there's people that come in that might do wallpaper or might do sheetrock. They might not be the same people. Like, we keep bringing in guys that hang the sheetrock, but ain't no goddamn foundation. So the shit gonna break, it's gonna break down regardless. So that's what I mean. You can have a good quarterback, but if you don't have the culture around the quarterback, right? Look at the Ravens. Lamar Jackson ain't the best fucking quarterback in the NFL, but they put a culture around him. The culture of grimy defenses, just getting the job done. Like rugged players. That's their culture. They're going to win off that. Pittsburgh can win off that. Teams that don't really have, like, teams that don't have that culture. Look at when Rex Ryan was the coach of the Jets. Mark Sanchez is a fucking bum. But they had a culture there. That defense was going to get in your ass. They had a culture of that. We don't have no culture. We don't have no calling card. We don't have no identity. That doesn't come from the players. That comes from the coaches. Again, that's why Jackson State can do what they do. Because they have the identity of the coach, the persona of the coach. And the coach gets the players that fit that. Come on now. Now, y'all, look, I'm not no bookworm. Y'all probably have more stats than me. You'll have all these examples. But what I'm saying is what it is. Y'all can refute it any way you want. The player doesn't make the culture. The players are what the culture brings in. Like, we want to talk about, oh, change the quarterback, it'll change the culture. Well, damn, I done seen, well, Rich Gannon, right? I done seen Pryor, Tui Asasopo, Dante Culpepper, Kerry Collins, Jamarcus Russell. I done seen so many different quarterbacks in the last 20 years. Then why the culture ain't changed? If it was all about just getting a new quarterback, why the culture didn't change? John Gruden had a culture here. John Gruden was changing the culture here. And then what happened? Because the toxic ownership got rid of him, there goes the culture. Come on, man. Come on. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like franchises that have a good culture don't usually hire the wrong head coach. And when they do, they get them the fuck out of there. It is what it is, man. Not everybody's going to want to hear that shit. Make sure you hit them likes. Make sure you hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. Both at Raider Honcho. Subscribe to the goddamn channel. Because now that football over, I'm on here. I'm on here. Like, it's different, bro. We would never have commitment to excellence be our slogan if at one point in time we wasn't committed to that. Right? Like, why do you think the Yankees always in contention? Yeah, they get good players, right? But they also have a winning culture that it's an expectation when you go to the Yankees, this is what you get, right? Look at the fucking Mets. They get good players, but they don't know what to fucking do with it because there's no culture there. Honcho, would you say Reggie was on his way to changing the culture? Look, Reggie definitely laid the foundation to the culture being changed when he went and got Khalil Mack and Derek Carr in the same draft. Yeah. But he wasn't consistent in those drafts. I don't know how many he had, but I think he only had one. I'm a Mets fan, Honcho, you right. I'm just saying, it's not about being right. It's just about being honest. It's about being honest. Because like certain people don't realize, like, I know I keep throwing this coaching shit around. I coach, right? So I know that if I'm trying to rebuild the culture, you can give me any player you want. You give me any, but if there's no culture behind that player's going to do whatever the fuck he wants to do, whenever he wants to do it. Because there's nothing that's tying him to the franchise. He's just his own man. He's a renegade. No man. A culture is checks and balances. Cultures don't rebuild. They just reload. They just reload. Like, the Patriots was winning with the pretty boy. Goddamn, what's his name? Y'all was just talking about him? No. Jimmy G. Right? The Patriots winning games with Mac Jones. The Patriots is winning games with Bailey Zapp or whatever his name is. Then that goes to show you it's not just the quarterback. It's the things in place. Van Guy, appreciate the super. One drive in the whole third quarter and people over here mad because offense isn't perfect. Get off the damn field. Yeah, defense got to get off the field. I agree. Need someone to be reestablished, a culture of excellence. McDaniels has no track record of building anything. No, he doesn't. Oh, Matt Castle, too. Matt Castle was successful over there. But then you take these quarterbacks away from there, and it's like, oh, wait, what the hell's going on? Right? Patriots won 11 games with Matt Castle. Who the fuck thinks Matt Castle was all that good? Right? There's certain teams you're going to play that's always going to have a good line. There's certain teams you play that's always going to have a good defense. There's certain teams you play that are always going to have good receivers. Those are the things in place. The Raiders is always going to have reasons of why they are falling behind the NFL. The Raiders are always going to have excuses of why they can't keep up with all the progressive teams out there in the NFL. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. The Ravens are always going to be synonymous with good defenses. They don't have to go find Ray Lewis every fucking year. They just reload on what they've already put in place, what fits that. The Raiders have no identity, so when they get in the draft rooms, they don't even know what the fuck they're picking. Saddest thing when my little 5-year-old tells me, why are we always losing? Yeah, that sucks. Fortunately, my kid is old enough and they know the culture behind the Raiders suck. They don't even be surprised when we lose. Can you please coach our defense? Nah, I can't, bro. I can't. Chuck, I feel bad that you paid $5 just to ask me that. I would have told you that for free. No, I can't. I'm not qualified. I tell you what, I wouldn't be on the sideline looking confused like Patrick Graham. I'd be choking the shit out of somebody. God damn, how you let... Oh, my gosh. Before halftime, you let Trevor Lawrence run up the middle of the field for like 30 yards and nobody tackled him. I will... Look, you ever seen... Remember the Titans? If they cross the line one more time, if another player crossed the line of scrimmage, I'll bench every last one of y'all. I'm losing with you. I can lose without you. That's culture, though. We don't have that. We're going to keep putting the same product on the field knowing it don't fucking work. Carr should have tackled Trevor. Yeah, Carr should have. Honcho reaching up on his tippy toes to choke our players. Shit, I'm taller than fucking Deuce. I tell you that much. I'm taller than that motherfucking refrigerator. Nah, Graham always looked like... Patrick Graham looked like somebody who lied on his application and then when he get to work don't know how to do the shit. That's what he looked like. Like he waiting for somebody to come tell him how to do the shit. Why don't we focus on what Carr should have did? I mean, I don't think I need to. I think you guys tell me what he should have did every fucking second you get a chance. Every breath of air you have in your body is dedicated to telling me what Derek Carr should have done. I don't even have to say it. I don't even have to fucking say it. Tight visor. Yeah, yo, McDaniels, get off the visor. Put a Scully on. I'm about to send him a get the strap cap. Put that shit on. Bobby Johnson, Friday Night Lights, booby. Oh, man, God, appreciate the super. Can we talk about why we got Max in coverage on third down instead of what he is paid to do? This is why we lose games. All right, so you put Max in coverage because he's a defensive end. You're a 4-down front. If you want to blitz certain guys in a zone blitz, you have to have somebody that's going to zone exchange. Okay, so let's say the nickel is responsible for the flat. Let's say you're playing cover 3. He's responsible for the flat on the left side of the field. Well, you might want to do it to where if you're blitzing him from the left side and he has the zone responsibility of the flat, then you're going to have somebody get somebody zone exchange with him, which is usually the defensive end. So you drop the defensive end out, you bring the blitz off the side, and then you probably bring a backer that wraps around that C gap. That's probably what's going on. So you're hoping you get home before, he has to actually be in coverage. Alex Thompson, appreciate the super. Yeah, so I live in Jacksonville. I just watched the game with my wife. She's a Jags fan, so that sucked. McDaniels is horrible. Offensive guru, my ass. I feel for you, brother. The wife like Jacksonville and you don't? No, man, that's tumultuous. Honcho, yeah, go get the strap. Patterson behind you. All right, that's what's up. Shout out to Patterson. We just ain't it. Why does it seem like every time 72 comes in the game, Carr gets sacked? That's probably because he does. I mean, look, man, make sure we hit them likes. We still not at 300 likes. We done have 400, 500, 600 people in here. We still not at 300 likes. Hit that like for your boy. I'm trying to get in that algorithm. Shit. Y'all talking about want me to start a podcast? How do I start a podcast? Somebody tell me that. How can Carr throw for 200-plus yards in the first half but 36 in the second half? Well, that's simple. I would argue that they ran the ball more in the second half and they didn't have as many possessions and the defense made adjustments and Carr made some bad throws. I mean, shit, I think I pretty much covered it. You try to force the run second half. Yep, I agree. Our defense hasn't been good since 2002. That's facts. That's facts. My phone about to die soon, too. I'm about to get up out of here. Let's get another 4 minutes to put me on here for 2 hours. I can live with 2 hours of work. Damn. Yeah, this has been rough. This was rough. I mean, the Raiders have been in the red zone on defense 15 times and have given up 15 touchdowns. Should have hired Sean Payton, his playbook more traditional and understandable. I mean, look, coulda, woulda, shoulda. We can all have hindsight, be 20/20, but at the end of the day, we didn't do those things, and, it is what it is. Somebody said, Reese, we get it. He kept saying the same thing over and over. 2-6, unbelievable. It's very believable. When Hunter Renfrow fumbled that ball against the Cardinals and they picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown, I knew it was very possible that this was going to be a rough season. I'm a Cowboys fan. Just started listening to your content 2 days ago. Sounds great, man. Keep it up. Appreciate that, Eric. Appreciate that. Decades of losing is on ownership. Hey, if you've been losing for 20 years, you can't blame one player because shit, there's been more players than him in 20 years. The end of that Chiefs game just ended yeah, exactly. See, shit like that doesn't happen to good teams. Only us. Only shit like that happens to the Raiders when two motherfuckers run into each other. Ray left. That's my dog, man. That's my dog. That's my man. But, Raiders turned the corner and, he's done with Derek Carr. I can't be mad at him. I want Brian Dabble so bad. Well, it looks like he would have been a Raider choice. Alex, appreciate the super. Buckle up, real fans will endure the losses. Fake ones fold. I mean, yeah. Bad teams find ways to lose, period. Absolutely. Bad teams find ways to look bad. We got rid of that culture that we losing before Carr. What? That we was losing before Carr? What? I don't understand. I mean, Carr's second or third year in the NFL, we went to the playoffs, bro. The fuck are we talking about? Hey, Honcho, what if this whole time the problem was Mark Davis? I mean, come on, Nicholas. I've already alluded to that. Raiders need a hard-nosed coach. You just need somebody with some bravado. You need somebody who walk around with his chest out. I mean, Josh McDaniels looked like if you slapped the shit out of him, he just, all right, thank you. He looked like he'd fight you back. Bad coaching is obvious. It's bad everything at this point. Everything's bad. Everything's bad. The fact that you threw the ball like 100 times at Devontae in the first half, and then all of a sudden in the second half you just didn't throw it to him at all. Just, we try to do too many things. How's the foot? Oh, the foot is good. I'm out of the boot. I'm walking. I'm doing physical therapy. My Achilles has been reattached. So, yeah, I've been able to coach the last 2 games of my football season actually on the sideline, walking around again. I can't run. I can't jump. I can't drive yet, but I'm happy to be able to walk. Shit. They told me it was going to take me a lot of months. And, 3 months after fully rupturing my Achilles, I'm back in sneakers walking. So let it be known, yeah, my heart does not pump Kool-Aid. You feel me? Didn't Gruden walk around like that? Yes. This is the issue with Gruden. That's a great point. I've always said that Gruden was a great persona. But the thing that killed us with Gruden was out of the game too long. I always compare it to somebody who sells drugs and goes to jail for 20 years and try to come back and sell drugs. It ain't the same game no more. And that's what Gruden was trying to do. Gruden was trying to replicate what he did in 2002, but the game had changed from that. And Gruden wasn't able to really catch up. Now, I do believe had Gruden stayed another 3 years, it was possible they would have got there. It's possible they would have got there. But yes, I agree. Gruden was one of those guys that would smack the shit out you. I like that. But Gruden probably would have benefited from hiring a new offensive coordinator. I don't think Gruden was the guy to call the plays. I think he should have been the guy to design the plays. I think there should have been somebody else who decided when to run those plays. So, damn, 3 months, you are a beast, Honcho. Yo, come on now. I'm out here. And I ain't missed 1 football game. I ain't missed 1 basketball practice. Actually, I missed 1 football game. I got suspended. I got thrown out of game. So I had to miss a game. But other than that, I ain't missed no practices, no games, no basketball games. Yeah, I was doing all that from a scooter. You should know that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like Darren Waller. Nah, I'm just playing. We still would have won more than this guy. Man, we probably would have won more with Bisaccia. And it looked like the Raiders was playing more loose with Bisaccia. Like, we looked so tight in the first half, man. Like, the first possession, this game is like, how do you not get a first down on your first drive when you're running the plays you scripted? Matthew Harris, appreciate the super. Brian Flores would have been the best choice. Oh, man, that would have been a good look. Waller catching strays, yeah, I know. He said it's Waller back. Nah, I ain't say that. No, hell no. Do not. I did not say that. I would never say that. Don't even try that shit. Like, I would never say no shit like that. That shit ain't funny to play with. Why you get suspended? Young Ryder, I got suspended because, I felt like the refs wasn't calling a fair game for my boys. So I might have said or may not have said a few words that they didn't agree with. And they tossed me out of the game. And, New Jersey rules is if you get thrown out of a game, you get suspended for the next game. Especially because it was in the second half of the game. It is what it is. We trying to build that culture that we ain't back down to nobody. Even if you're a ref, look, I got to tell you what I got to tell you now. Players love a coach that fights for them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a player's coach. I've been wondering the same about Waller, if I'm honest. Nah, yo, that's not right. Look, Waller has a hamstring injury. Hamstring injuries are tough to come back from because the more you try to be explosive, the more it grabs. You know what I mean? So, got video of your suspension. I actually do have video of me getting thrown out of the game, but it ain't that crazy. First of all, I was on a scooter, so it looks mad crazy that I'm scootering around to challenge a referee. But, yo, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I'm trying to get one more super chat. Who wants to be the lucky person to give me one more super chat? This is the longest I ever been on a live, since this year. Hamstrings are tough to come back from. Look at what's his name, Keenan Allen from the Chargers. He had his hamstring in the first game. He still ain't back. Trust me, he on my fucking fantasy team. I'm losing right now. Deion Sanders and Bryce Young. would be our saviors. Look, I ain't mad at that. Oh, I got my super. Thank you. Since McDaniels is gonna be here for years to come, is he gonna build a culture here? I don't know if it's M. Chavez. M. Chavez. That's what I'm going with that. The thing is yeah, he might build a culture here, but is it a winning one or a losing one? That's what you got to know, because we already have a losing culture. Alex, appreciate the super. I got you, bro. Tough loss, man. Sad and pissed. You got great content. You got great content, though, bro. I like your short vids. Thank you. Oh, that's my style. I didn't know that was like a thing. Like, everybody always hits me up about that. Like, yo, I love that your videos are, like, short and to the point. And it's like, well, I ain't got all that fucking time to be sitting here talking on the video that long. But I guess that's my style now. I guess that's my niche. Thanks for the stream, Honcho. Peace. All right, damn. I was supposed to say bye first. All right, yo, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that stopped through, super chatted. Shout out to my boy Ray the Tape. Even though we don't agree all the time, this is his hat. This is his merch. Go check out Redemption brand. Check out Ray the Tape. And, get you some of this. I'm telling you, the quality of this hat is just... shit, I don't even wear my own shit no more. Like, I wear his shit. You know what I'm saying? I wear his shit. So go check that out, Redemption brand. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Check out RaiderHoncho.com. Make sure you hit the likes before you leave here. Josh, man, got one more super Honcho. If you need an updated intro, hit me up. I appreciate that, but I feel like you low-key tell me my shit is trash. But I do need to update my shit. I will holler at you. Email me at Raiderinfo@yahoo.com. And like I said, shout out to everybody. Buckle up, because it's going to be a crazy season. Subscribe to the channel. And, yeah, as always, till the next time.